Thank you, Dave. 739 degrees right now at the airport. Good morning, everyone. All the rain means rivers are rising in southern Alberta. And with just days to go until the first anniversary of last year's flood, a lot of people are on edge right now. There are flood watches for parts of the Oldman River Basin, Red Deer River System, and one location in the Bow River Basin. It's worth noting a flood watch, very different than a flood warning. A flood watch means there's only a chance some areas will flood. High stream flow advisories are in effect for the Elbow River upstream and downstream of Calgary, also for Fish Creek and tributaries of the Bow River. The Elbow through the community of Mission is running a little high right now, but for the most part, that's because the city is releasing water from the Glenmore Reservoir. Officials say the release from the reservoir is typical for this time of year. They're making room, essentially, should we get more rain than forecasted.
We are not particularly concerned, but we have to be prudent, and so we will be letting off a little bit of water from the Glenmore Reservoir, so people along the Elbow River will see a slight increase in the water levels.
For the time being, all recreational use on the Glenmore Reservoir is now banned. Some sections of pathways could be closed along the Elbow River in low-lying areas. Sandbags and makeshift berms are also popping up around some parts of the city, including near Stampede Park and in Mission near the old Holy Cross Hospital. Officials say the sandbags and berms are just a precaution. There is a flood watch in place in the Wallaceville area of High River, which was hit very hard last June. Further south, flood watches are also in effect for the Crow's Nest River and Willow Creek near Claresholm area. Up to 160 millimeters of rain could fall in Pincher Creek and in the Cardston area over the next couple of days. That is a lot of rain, yes, but to put it into perspective here, it took 345 millimeters of rain to trigger the flooding we saw at devastating High River last year. It's now 7:32. South of the border, some wild weather to show you this morning. An incredible double tornado striking sees people in a small town in Nebraska dealing with a massive cleanup now.
Oh, there's the other tornado. Oh, gosh.
The two tornadoes touching down about 1.5 kilometers apart from each other as the twisters move through Pilger, a town northwest of Omaha. You can see the winds, well, they essentially level buildings in the distance, kicking up debris. As the twister crosses a highway, there's also a sign of the devastation to come. Another tornado not far from these. At least 2 people are dead, including a 5-year-old boy. 19 other people are hurt. More than half of the small town of Pilger has been leveled. Tory leadership candidate Rick McIver says he defends equality rights for all Albertans, including homosexuals. McIver coming under fire from his own party after taking part in a weekend March for Jesus parade organized by the Street Church. The Street Church condemns gay people as minions of Satan. They do that on their website. After creating quite a stir on Twitter, Rick McIver posting a statement on Facebook saying he was at the parade to celebrate his Roman Catholic faith, adding he's attending the event, or has attended the event, for the past 4 years. Many say McIver has now put himself at a disadvantage in the PC leadership race.
I think it's absolutely ruined his credibility, his trust, his relationship with Albertans who are much more diverse than perhaps the stereotypes that the rest of Canada has. In fact, as Premier, you don't just represent Albertans, you represent Alberta to the world, and we don't want a Lake of Fire Premier in this province.
Rick McIver also says he attends events with Sikhs, Muslims, Hindus, and Jews. He also says he deplores discrimination against all groups and all individuals. That's your news to 7:34. Still about 9 degrees this morning at the airport. Heading back to Tars.